So, what is going on, guys? This is Sam with the Adventurous Journal. I'm getting back to you right after I just did the longest ride that I've ever done. Sorry, the lighting's terrible right over there. And to be honest, it was exhausting. I only did 29 miles, which is not that much compared to what I need to do. And I just honestly felt like quitting. I mean, I really actually did kind of quit. I turned around up this like really steep hill when I was almost at the top of it, and it was really hot today, and I know that's part of the reason, which I'm wondering if I should kind of think about changing the date of my trip just like a month later, so it's not right at the end of August, because it could still be really hot then. Today it was 97 was the high, and then it was probably hotter in the sun, which most of this ride is in the sun. It's by the Sundial Bridge in Redding, California. If you guys don't know where that is or what that is, just Google it. It's a really awesome bridge and it's beautiful. It's right on the Sacramento River. But anyways, I quit probably, I think I was like 12 miles in when I decided to turn around. I was trying to do a 50-mile ride, which I really didn't have the time to do. I have a meeting. I go to this men's group every Monday, so I really didn't have time between work, and it starts at 7, so I'm late right now. But sorry, just lost my train of thought. I didn't really have the time to be able to do the full 50 miles. I thought I might be able to squeeze it in, but it was so hot, and I ended up drenching my shirt in water and tying it around my head. I brought tons of water, which I think if I did the full 50 miles, I would have had enough. If you look here, I have that big jug, this other big jug, and that jug were all full of water. And I drank 2 of those. Actually, no, I didn't. I ended up using the green one to keep drenching my shirt to keep me cool. I drank the big red one, and then I also have this pack right here, which had a Camelback in it, a 3-liter one, and I had that full of water when I started. So I drank quite a bit of water, but I think by now, because it's cooling down, I would have been drinking less. Sorry, I keep going into the sun. I would have drank less because it's cooling down. So I think I would have had enough, which is a good experiment for myself, knowing how much water I need to pack between cities for when I need to stop and refill all my water. So anyways, back to the story of the actual ride. I ended up turning around. I keep my bike at this storage unit, and I biked all the way back to the storage unit, which I think by the time I got back, that's like 15 miles. And I had my little trailer set up, because that's what I think I'm gonna use. It's a little kid's trailer, but my father-in-law just said the other day that he has a actual like travel trailer that's a lot, I'm sure, a lot lighter and way more aerodynamic, because the kids trailer that I have is for 2 kids, so it's pretty wide and it sits really tall. So it's like biking with a parachute behind me. And then I weighted it with this crate right here, which I think is about 20 pounds or so. I haven't weighed it, so I really have no idea, but just based off of like lifting it, I think it's around 20 pounds. I had 2 paint cans to level that crate out in there because the front kind of drops down for their feet. And then I had all the water in there. So I probably had maybe close to 50 pounds. Just like super rough estimate that I was pulling. And then I had my backpack full of water and some like tools and stuff in the top and like a pair of headphones. So maybe like another 2 to 5 pounds in my backpack. So I had quite a bit of weight that I was pulling. So I ended up deciding to drop all the weight except for the water in my backpack and the trailer and keep going and just do that same loop, because I figured that I could do it around the same amount of time and get back in time to go to men's group. So because I ended up feeling when I got here that my muscles finally warmed up, and it was starting to cool down a little bit, so I didn't feel like as exhausted because of the heat, and I also felt warmed up. So then I started the ride again. I did that full ride, so I ended up doing 29 miles. To be exact, it's like 29.22 that I did. But man, I'm so sore. I'm kind of questioning whether I'm going to be able to do this trip in my head, just to be totally honest with you guys, like with this whole process that I'm going through. Just because like I'm pretty tired after doing 29 miles and my legs really hurt, and I have to do 200 miles a day. So, and it's in September, right now it's the end of May, so I have quite a bit of time to do training, but the hard thing is I'm going to be doing all my training through the summer heat, which is probably good. It'll get me really acclimated to the heat, so if it does cool down, even if it's like 10 degrees cooler than what it is during the training, it'll feel way better. So I don't know, I might plan the trip at the same time that I have been, which is early September, and just bike to Klamath Falls and back, which is about 200 miles. Or I might just leave it a little bit open, and just see how I feel by the time I get to Klamath Falls and see how long that actually takes. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. That was today. Sorry I didn't GoPro it. I totally forgot to charge my GoPro this morning, and so you guys didn't get footage of the ride or my whole process. I could have been talking to you as I rode, but I promise that next time I will be GoProing the whole thing, so you can at least get a time lapse. I might do some actual editing and not just have it raw, like I'm shooting this from my phone and instantly uploading it without doing any video editing whatsoever. So yeah, I promise to do that. Please like, share, and subscribe. The Adventurous Journal and Sam. I'm out. Have a good one, guys. Bye.